Hi, this is Punam Kumari Shrestha, and today I will be reading a book called The Easter Bunny Comes to Canberra, an Easter Adventure, and this is a picture storytelling book. And I have chosen this book because it is an age-appropriate book for the children of age group 0 to 5 years old, and it also includes a lot of meaningful images which helps the children in understanding more about what we are reading. Secondly, it also helps the children to clearly understand about the story and develops their imagination and curiosity from which might arise in their mind. And lastly, from the picture storytelling book, children also learn to recognize sounds and patterns in spoken language, and this helps the children to know about phonological awareness. So phonological awareness is basically the ability to recognize the sound of spoken language, including how sounds can be blended together. Well, I'll show you reading the book, how I would be reading it to the children. And today I'm going to read a book called The Easter Bunny Comes to Canberra, an Easter Adventure. Our story begins in a wonderful place with a boy named Jack and a girl named Grace. They had moved to Canberra and longed to explore, make friends, have adventures, and many things more. This is a very good picture. We can see pet store which has a lot of bunnies, parrots, turtles, and many other animals around here. So let's continue our reading. On the day before Easter, they drove onto the town. They went to the pet store and looked all around. There in the front was a pen full of bunnies. The small ones were cute, the big ones were funny. They played with the bunnies and thought for a bit, and then they agreed on the most perfect feet. The littlest bunny with the floppity hop, he's the one. They decided, let's call him Flop. So through reading this book, I have specifically mentioned and focused on some of the consideration points. I have firstly focused on what is the main aim of the reading this book. So as I'm reading this book to aware the children about words, rhymes, tones and structures, I have read the book accordingly, focusing on these areas. As there are punctuation marks, comma and full stop, I was specific about it and gave a pause for a short time to let the children have idea about the pause. And as I was reading the book, I also pointed out the lines that I was reading. So this method helps the children to know more about phonological awareness, as I mentioned before. And so by reading this book, children will also be able to get the awareness about the cultural knowledge, as it talks about the Easter eggs and bunnies. It talks about the culture of Christian, and it also includes the capital city of Australia called Canberra, and through this it helps the children to learn more about Australia and parts of it. Secondly, it helps the children to learn about phonological awareness, as it includes the awareness of phonics. For example, we read the book, we pronounce the word. It is an example for phonics. And it also involves the cynetic awareness, as the word in the book are structured in various ways, and children are able to learn the structure of the story. And this is all for today. Thank you for listening to my recording.